Fancy a gander? I find goods for sale.
What was it I had planned for the morrow? How are we to fight with such worn-out gear? soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
Fancy a gander? I find goods for sale. I drew the short straw. I must earn to keep it straight.
What ruins your day, like getting cut open?
All this worrying's giving me an achy back.
You're no soldier, are you? I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a roof over your head at least. Much obliged.
Driving me up the wall.
seeds and toys.
You're no salt. I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a roof over your head at least. Much obliged.
Don't feel safe here.
I sleep on my woe. All I need is a roof over my head.
Since times remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Bring me what ye reap. Then I bid ye farewell. Since time remember, draconic blood flows through the vein. You may be pitted against the dragon, yet its fate is yours to share. Then go. Since times of eld, remember, draconic blood flows. Then I bid ye farewell. Have lived a long time. Too long.
welcome.
Seems I'm not the only one who's too busy for us.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master. Aye, got some coin to spend. Much appreciated. Aye, got some coin to. Much appreciated. Aye, got much appreciated. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermund is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero off the page. He delved into a temple of baleful feature, only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. But when our hero drew his blade, unto him a demand was made. And who the asker? Why, the beast! An uncanny affair, to say the least. Yet there was no time for shock and dismay, as "Answer my riddle," did the fearsome thing say. The trickery was clear. To respond meant certain doom. But in the midst of his answer, he'd doubtless be consumed. So a mighty attack did our hero dispense, to conquer his foe and banish it thence. With a single strike was the towering beast repelled, to quail in fear at the mortal strength it beheld. Such is the legacy of Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day.
New day where chance to turn a profit.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Much appreciated. Gather round. Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it
Would that I was kept half as busy as I once.
gather round.
I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. But it's clear this storytelling's got little to do with his wealth. So where's he get his coin then? Makes a man wonder, it does. Could be he's involved in something untoward.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as Today I shall tell of a serpent with powers most fell. Our hero ventured into a shrine long enclosed, whereupon he found serpent and soldiers in battle opposed. Though to the soldiers' aid he would fain have leapt, unease overtook him, so behind a pillar he crept. And not a moment too soon, for there came a flash of light, ere the room filled with screams, soldiers wailing at their plight. Then the shrine grew deathly still, and our hero was all alone, for every last soldier had been transformed into stone. Wary of his foe, and with presence of mind, the man crept up to the pillar upon which 'twas entwined. Seeing his moment, he unsheathed his blade, and brought the pillar low in a thundering cascade. The gloating serpent was caught by surprise, and with a pitiful hiss, 'neath the pillar it writhed. Till mustering swiftly the last of its might, to the depths of the shrine did the monster take flight. Thus, with a wit as sharp as his sword was honed, did our hero put an end to the threat imposed. And who was our hero? Why, needless to say, 'twas the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day.
Muttering all day. Tiring work.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall tell of a serpent with powers most fell. Our hero ventured into a shrine long enclosed, whereupon he found serpent and soldiers in battle opposed. Though to the soldiers' aid he would fain have leapt, unease overtook him, so behind a pillar he crept. And not a moment too soon, for there came a flash of light, ere the room filled with screams, soldiers wailing at their plight. Then the shrine grew deathly still, and our hero was all alone, for every last soldier had been transformed into stone. Wary of his foe, and with presence of mind, the man crept up to the pillar upon which he was entwined. Well, then, sworn I ought to attend to.
The noise grates on me.
Gladly stay away.
Would that I could spend all day here.
It gladdens the heart to see so many smiles
Gladly
about.
stay away.
What should I do? I'd gladly stay here forever if I could. What? Me?
Say, well, if you do visit, I hear he sets out to sea on his boat day after day, only to be returned to as if that wasn't queer enough. He's apt to talk your ear off about some world he believes lies beyond the sea. I cannot fathom his obsession. I suppose losing his family must...
The other day, I chanced to snout. That's not so strange. But guess who I saw riding in it? Poor little Daphne. I doubted my eyes, I did. And rightly so, as it turned out to be a young boy. The resemblance was so uncanny I mistook him for her. Gave me a right shock, let me tell you. Odd to think a young noble should so closely mirror their faces may match, but the lives they lead are as different as night and day. Aye, 'tis a cruel world we inhabit.
Times are hard. Barely scraping by.
They say the sovereign's up in the palace. Seems driving away the dragon took quite a toll on our liege.
tell is, the beast's flames burnt him. It's a right miracle he yet lives. If have a look.
I'll gladly stay a while. Something smells divine.
Tis good to be busy. Work.
Look, as long as you please.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale.
Bleeding rogue!
Please!
There are worse ways
me
to
off.
go. How might I liven up? Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
I don't like the look of this.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by much appreciated.
Look, as long as you please.
I don't tell half as many lies as my parents.
Lots to do. And precious little time.
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early supper.
Heavens forfend!
trying to provoke me?
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. Much appreciated. Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Much appreciated. Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close and your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero, oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth, awoke one fell morning to rumbling earth. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached a night as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but be it friend or foe, on shaking legs did he approach, the better to know. Yet he did not get near, for afore him stretched the sea. The figure was striding through waters up to the knee. This realization explained the bizarre. What had appeared close was being seen from afar. For truly, the figure was mammoth in size, tall enough to be blinded by the clouds in the skies. One thing was certain, should it walk upon land, no city, no mountain would outlast its hand. So he challenged its ingress with voice loudly drawn, and in an instant the giant was gone. Aye, in the face of his valour, the gigantus did pale. But who among you can name the hero of our tale? 'Twas none other than Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day.
I've got
This
all
is
my
unlikely.
troubles clean away this place.
What should I get up to?
All this morning giving me
I ought to turn in
I'm
for
in
the night.
fine fettle today.
I don't mind crowds. The
Welcome.
noise grates on me.
Haste makes waste, as they say.
I might nod off.
Well met, sir. My stomach's growling. Time for an welcome. My knees have been acting up of late.
All the best tales
You
come from
think
travel.
they'd learn how much to creep up on me?
It's just another day.
I'm
Same
in
as the one
fine
before.
fettle today.
Got to press on. There's much needs doing.
All the best tales come from travellers at the inn.
Head to the road if aught goes awry.
What should I do? I don't know what to do.
I've a terrible itch. I hope 'tisn't fleas.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
This is a bit
Am
much
I
for me.
shedding?
Let's
Must
head
be
home.
my winter coat growing in. I ain't gonna make any coin here.
I pray this harvest is a plentiful one.
If our prayers are not heeded, what hope have we?
I'm dead on my feet.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the few can afford perpetual
Dead on my feet.
Not my kind of place, this.
My bed calls. As sharp as this. My bed place to ponder the higher mysteries.
Dusting. Not my kind of place, this.
Rejoice, my darling, for your Albert is returned.
Welcome home, dear.
I spend my days spinning yarns, only to come home to a wife for whose radiance I have no words. If there is a more fortunate fool in the city, I have yet to meet him.
Oh, you bold-faced flatterer. Just be sure you mind your manners.
Go on,
have a look.
What would you of me? I'll have no...
Well met! This here's the sanctuary of... I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
Well, I ne'er.
This job better be worth it. It's too...
Well met! I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Keep those orders coming. This fearsome world of ours...
Listen up, you lot. Albert, king of beggars, has come to quench your thirsts. Aye, the ale's on me tonight, so drink up, my friends. Drink your fill.
Well met! I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good...
Impressive!
I dare not showcase a performance.
Go on, have a look. It'll take a better mind than mine to solve this.
Well met! I assume you'll be starting off with a mug...
Well, I ne'er. Interested in my wares?
It's been a hard day.
Go.
Well met... I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Crowds make for easy pickings. I picked it.
Can scarce afford to keep us fed these days. There's got to be something fun to do.
Dead on my feet. Maybe I'll kick right here.
Life's been pretty kind to me, come to think of it.
Hasn't anyone got coin to
The
spend?
heavens have forsaken us. All is lost.
Mayhap I ought to be...
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble... Many thanks. May fortune smile. Hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance, you see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
Dirt, sweat, and toil.
'Tis my duty to
Gave
go
more
through
of the
to prayer
same.
and virtue.
Chaos in the world.
I know so little of this world, and of myself.
Chaos in the world begins with chaos.
I fear I've much to attend to.
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
I fear I've much to attend to.
I find such solace in prayer.
Can't remember the last time I had a proper meal. What business would you...
There's orcs watching me. I'd swear it. Why me?
Am I shedding? Must be my winter coat growing in.
A pleasant spot to while away an afternoon.
Couldn't hurt to rest my feet a moment.
So tired.
Was I Lacking in devotion? Where could Malcolm have gotten off to? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't been able to get much out of them.
My head hurts just thinking about
What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. So the nice people at the Gracious Hand take care of me. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you, and I thought a bunch of flowers. The problem is, I can't seem to find... Do you think you could help me? All I need for true. I'm sure you'll find the pretty... Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look at them. They're the They'd say, would you mind terribly if I asked you a seat? One of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone, put it under your pillow, and say the magic words. But there's the problem. I've been looking all over for such a... Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. I knew I'll be waiting. Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you fared any better? They're hard to find, aren't they?
Hasn't anyone got coin to spend?
Wish I didn't have to work to earn my bread.
My legs are stiff as boards after training.
I'd fain sell, only don't ask me to lower the... Much obliged, friend. I hope... Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend.
to be something fun to do.
I've little enough gold to spend this time.
I'm in it now.
Wonder if it's too early for dinner.
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
I've no time for... I remember the last time my pockets jingled.
I don't feel so free.
What's your business with...
Here to ask all of me. All this worrying is giving me...
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Oh, just look how it shines. Say, aren't you curious who I want? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look like, you know. Not to say I'm unhappy at the Gracious Hand, of course. But I'd really like to meet... I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hi, Arisen. You'll help me again if I need it, won't you? Please say yes. Oh, it's so
Was I lacking in devotion? Where could Malcolm have? Perhaps you could try asking the other children.
I'd swear it. Farming might look like...
Been a hard day. Sets my thoughts down dark paths, this place.
Is it true you're the Arisen? That's what...
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
The other day? Now, that's not so... And rightly so, as it gave me a right shock, let me tell you. Odd to think their faces may match, but the lives they lead are as different as night and day. Aye, 'tis a cruel world.
Invited yourself into my company.
This ain't my problem.
Malcolm? All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
I wonder what rumours the Morrow has in store. You don't need a permit to just hide in the back of an mind. You've got to avoid, but it's easy enough. I should know.
You don't look like my...
Some meat would be nice, if 'tweren't so costly.
Not my kind of place, this.
I don't feel
It's just
safe
another
here.
day, same as the one afore it.
I wonder what it was Malcolm found.
Looks as good a place as any.
The crops all benefit from all this sunshine.
All you need of me?
Oh, I can't complain.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
Good day, sir.
Can't we make our own? Pursuit of betterment is an endless
What
journey.
teachings
might salve the people?
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together. But I overslept, and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no, I wasn't meant to tell anyone that.
What teachings might salve the people's woes?
Please, don't tell nobody what I said about exploring those vaults.
I must be grateful. At least I have a full wickedness has no hope.
Only a lonely lot.
Vault? Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? Come, I fear there's not a moment. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly? Perhaps we ought to take a look. Let's follow the lad, shall
Over here.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray, tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you... Let's investigate this place's secrets together.
What am I to do? Maybe.
This place gives me an ill feeling. True faith must come from the spirit, not the mind.
What's this?
Let's strive to know the unknown.
I don't like it here. I want to go home.
You looking for a fight?
Yeah? What?
There's no telling what will happen if I linger here.
The guy sleep from my woes may have well go away.
I'd swear it.
Money can buy comfort, sure.
Sounds too
I near stood a
It's been a hard
Oh, we've got her. It's taken a wrong turn.
Wished 'twere always night, and I only had to sleep.
I'll not take that from you. Moment I let down my guard. Not my kind of place, this.
It's been a hot day.
I ought to have enough for a few little spices.
Harvest a plentiful one.
I'm quite sure ox carts don't run, so was it a phantom then?
Need someone to talk.
What am I to do?
Maybe I'll be right here.
This is more than I can bear.
Oh, it's so... Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hi, Arisen. You'll help me again if I need it. Oh, it's so...
Tis my duty to devote my life to prayer and worship. Make tomorrow as uneventful as today. Living's hard.
I wonder how long this job's supposed to last.
Suppose I can finish it tomorrow. Suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
Ain't nothing but trouble lurking here.
Every minute of this is all I ask.
Is there anything to do around here?
I sleep on my woe, may as well go away.
I should propose to do me a world of good. I am proud of my devotion as well as
This
should
place gives me an ill feeling.
I'll have an early supper.
Must be dead for guide.
My greens are second.
This place gives me an ill feeling.
Moment I...
I wonder how long this job's supposed to last.
The other day. Now, that's not. And rightly so. This gave me a right shock, let me tell you. Their faces may match, but the life.
You want something?
This is a bit much for me. I guess head home.
Wished always nice. Fun.
Haven't got any.
The sun's too bright for me. I should propose to do me a ill feeling.
Moment I let down my guard.
I barely dragged my ass out of bed. Some other time.
It's been a hard day.
Never should have come here.
Time to be heading home.
Suppose I'd best be heading home.
I'm dead on my feet,
Exploring.
but I've much to do yet.
Is it true? I seem to recall someone else boasting of being the Arisen over in the tavern about 6 months ago. Just be sure you play your part well, whatever the truth. The Arisen takes the out here in Vermont, after all. A fellow Drake or two, and I reckon you'll earn the people's faith.
Oi, who's there?
I shall gladly...
Say, if I were you, I'd pay a visit to the place is full of I should know. I was a...
Never should have come here.
To me, come to think
Suppose that's enough for one day.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet ever since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel, but you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it. Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not a patient, are you? I suppose you must be a visitor. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I have the privilege of serving. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my... Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one ingredient in particular we cannot afford to run out of. You would procure it yourself? I am grateful beyond words, sir. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite? The slums are a bane to the body's humours, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hands. Your aid is most appreciated, sir. May... Yes, sir. Ah, forgive me. If that's not the case, you will have to excuse me.
Where's my dad?
About this place
My
next
claws.
The sun's too bright for these poor eyes.
No way out of this. Still a while to go.
What should I get up to today?
Can I further my devotion?
Where I've not blinked once.
Still a while to go before we shift home.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as bad.
Got to make hay while the sun shines. Got any good stories to share?
All this patrol does a number on my shoulders.
Got any good sto?
Pray, take this. Heavens know you've earned it. My faith is being tested. This begs consideration.
Wonder if it's too early for dinner.
Such quietude is a blessing.
I'm in fine fettle today.
I'm sure I can handle this. Quite sure.
Wonder if it's
Wonder how long this job's supposed to last.
Have I shed it? Must be my winter coat growing in.
Just remember,
know what to
I've
do.
somewhere to be.
I'm dead on my feet. First, assess the field, then act accordingly.
still a while to go before we shift over.
Such quietude is a blessing.
I'm always doing about a dozen things at once.
Not without its charms.
Peter.
Thank you.
Making a living as a...
Won't someone do aught about this? Beg pardon, sir, but might I have a moment of your... See, a friend of mine hath an empty house, but no use for it. Wouldn't come free, mind, but the price is a fair one, and you'd have a place to call your own. What say you? Well, you needn't decide this very moment.
I've got such peace. Reigned the time.
I've more time than I know how to spend. Quite the predicament.
This is not my intent.
Won't someone do aught about this?
I quite like
Quite the predicament.
I
The safer the roads, the heavier my pocket.
Whatever am I to do?
Welcome to... And quality is what you need if you want to survive. So... Before you check the price, just remember, hope to see you again.
These are troubled times, but rest assured, our doors shall remain open and... our beds soft. You know where to find. I'm certain there is one.
Let's make haste. Else I'll be at this all night.
Welcome.
I've been pretty kind.
Oh dear. What am I to do?
Can't make a living if I get myself injured.
You understand how heavy the burden of duty can be. Would you hear my request? Thank you kindly.
For a mug of ale.
No one will disturb me here. Got to focus.
My head will roll if aught goes awry.
Tie my boots.
I've been on my feet all day.
Not sure how much longer I can hold out.
Hearing such joyous voices makes my heart sing.
I don't know what to do. Hoy, Arisen! Say, do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be full of muck and filth and all sorts. That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. The water's so filthy that I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. I was hoping you'd say that. I'll help too. I'll look for gold.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me, but I must return to my... But in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you it only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? Would you care to accompany me? I understand. But if ere you've got the opportunity, pray come again.
I could use a mug of ale. All three.
Too noisy for my liking.
I see you travel without your loyal paw.
Thank you kindly. Would you accept this humble reward? Whate'er trials we may face, I shall see this village.
don't know a town.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs. I see.
Welcome to browse my wares. For bread and board, you'll find none better. Glad to be of service, sir.
Wouldn't say no to a nice, juicy
Don't feel safe here.
It's been a long day.
I don't like it here. I want to go home.
Ah, hello again. I should be glad to show you. I understand.
Where's my dad?
I've just remembered.
My claws could use
I've
a
somewhere to be. I suppose I can finish it. I've not got food.
You fond of those eyes?
Hoy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? Wow! Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our troubles aren't over yet. Would you be willing to lend us a hand again, Arisen? Just one more time? Thanks. So, remember how I told you about the river by the church getting all mucky? Well, the grown-up, now lots of people who live nearby are falling sick. The priests have been treating everyone as best they can, but there's nowhere near enough medicine. I want to help them, but I'm not sure what I can, apart from ask you, that is. Would you bring us some more medicine, Arisen? Oh, thanks, Arisen. I'll talk to the priests in the meantime, see if there's anything useful I... Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just splendid. Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty.
I'll treat myself to a tea before bed.
Ah, hello again. I should be glad to show you about the premises, if you've the time. As servants of the gracious hand, we provide what air treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by... Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now, even their poor son, by chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the medicine he required. So, he was put into our care. Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him. But he has yet to... To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there! Help! Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... something... Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the gracious hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
Wickedness has no hold upon a tranquil mind. Each of our patients deserves our full attention. Would that we had more hands to aid us. Wickedness has no hold. I fear I've much to attend to. I spend my days in... Each of our patients deserves our full attention. Places such as this ought to be protected.
Why is everyone always in
Beg pardon, sir, but this room is where our most severe cases convalesce. I must ask you not to disturb them, for your sake as much as theirs. Beg pardon, sir. Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to him. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Tell is, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange cries, which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeard for them.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs, I see.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the abbess can enter? If the gracious hand has a secret, 'tis the abbess who keeps it, I reckon. It's much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. You've my thanks. I just can't stomach the... Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
Beg pardon, sir, but this room is where our... The patients in this room must not be disturbed. Leave this place at once.
Medicine? Medicine! Now! Now! Now!
Oh, someone help me. Jahan? Bruno? Oh.
This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low.
You're back! Pray, tell me, have you found anything? What? You found a medicine used... I don't like the sound. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this as well? Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must.
It is my duty to devote my life to prayer and prayer.
Where's my dagger? My claws
here. But I like it here. I'm going to go exploring. Suppose that's
enough to make me rich.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
Not much fun to be had around here.
Not much going on.
Oh, sir, pray excuse my boldness, sir. I am but a humble maid in service. Might I beg a moment of your time? My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping you'll consider offering your assistance. Oh, thank you, sir. You can. Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? The matter it concerns is rather sensitive, and I would not risk being over. You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter. Pray, meet me there at your earliest convenience.
Idleness is a luxury.
Machiavelli is just what
I did it wrong.
No hurry to leave.
time to find me. The mark. The coin.
Where's the day calling me?
They come, I say.
Apologies, by
Some of us get
This ox cart's bound for the... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
All come good in the end.
Some of us get lost track of time.
Well, Lester, how's the day treating you then?
All this worrying's giving me an aching back.
of easy marks.
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Determine what interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. Whatever your reasons, I'll take a look. Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back again in Oh, I don't know. Later. What is it?
Always got me in the thick of things, me.
Wonder what's going on in front. Might go and see.
Lots to do.
This is no good.
My shift's done. I'm off to the tavern.
Well, hello there, sir. Oh, there's always demand for weapons. Particularly near the border, where quarrels occur every other day. Trade's slowed to a standstill, I fear. Always a pleasure. Well met, sir. How's the day taking?
My feet.
I've got to free.
Maybe I'll keep right here.
What's luck to sell round here?
Well met, son. Cowboys are here.
Not to look forward to, but a long day of work.
Living's hard, but dreams are free.
Ah, there you are.
You've come at a good time. I've just finished running those I must ask, where did you acquire that concoction? 'Tis a fell. To be plain, 'tis more poison than physic. It has the potential to heal one's ailments, certainly. But only if they could survive long enough, which isn't likely. Worse still, it has addictive properties that are likely to cause the patient to become dependent on its deadly effects. I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a method of treatment. You'd have to be well and truly mad to attempt such a thing.
Time to find me a mask.
Nose to the ground. Right, late.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
What was I to do today? Let's check my ledger.
Oh, you came, sir. I must confess I feared you would not. But I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. It is my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana! Would you paint my mother a criminal? Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offence.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid. Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so...
I've more time than I know how to spend. Still waiting on that report. Might have a little kip.
I must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
I don't feel so well for prayer. Still not come.
Wish I had someone to talk to. I've just remembered. I've somewhere to be.
Hoy, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again. You wanted to ask me a favour this time? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I'm not sure that'd work. I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? All right, I'll do it.
I ain't gonna make any coin here. None of us is guaranteed tomorrow.
What have I done to deserve this, I
It's
ask
life.
you? What's going on?
I must be vigilant. The townspeople
There's
depend
ought to
on
be
me.
said for peace and quiet. Here, boys.
seem to fly when
Trade always hustle and bustle.
Did I had a helping hand? I'm always doing about a dozen things at once.
Let's see.
Welcome.
Next.
Lead on!
Try all of mine. I can't make salt of my skin. I've a nose for rumours of every inch.
Working this field's all I know. I'm not stopping. Quite the predicament.
Look, young master.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery, and a flower from Melve seems just the thing. She was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
Let's see. Ah, I almost forgot. In that goes.
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the... 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both? The lands around... 'Tis not only poison the plants in...
You know, the roads around Melve are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away.
Well then, I must confess, I only hope I've not forgotten. You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in. Now, I really must be going. Wish me...
Take care, young master.
Come back safe.
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray do come visit us.
Anywhere's better than the middle of a crowd.
I've more time than I know how to spend. Won't someone do aught about this?
Mayhap our room.
Some call it cultured.
Always another errand to see to.
That is the foundation of all.
Use a rest.
What about this? I'm nervous.
Nobleman's son.
Perhaps it'll benefit. I don't like it here.
I want to go home. It's so dull when there's nothing serious and...
An unsettled mind begets an
I have noticed that the abbess goes out every night without fail. Perhaps you could wait for her to leave and slip into the basement sick room then.
What do you think myself?
Dirt, sweat and toil. Each day more of the same.
How'd I wind up here anyhow?
Wish I'd been born a nobleman.
How'd I wind up here anyhow?
My fur's in a right state.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
We're such worn out gear.
I don't like it here. I want to go home.
Maybe I'll make myself
Someone else.
Let's see. Where to?
My grey matter requires a Go little stimulation. on, have a look, aren't you careless fools?
I can't s-
Well met. This, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks.
What would you of me?
Sets my thoughts down dark paths.
I fear this trial is too much for one such as me. This is a place of prayer. Do keep your...
Tis good to see you are well.
The pursuit of betterment is an endless journey.
This is a place of prayer.
I have noticed that the abbess goes out every night without fail. Perhaps you could wait for her to leave.
My prayers will surely be rewarded in the hereafter.
Can scarce afford to keep us fed these days.
Might I beg but a Beg pardon, sir, but this room is where our...
The pursuit of betterment is an endless
My
journey.
prayers will surely be rewarded in the hereafter.
Why is everyone always in such a hurry?
How do I wind up here anyhow?
I find such solace in prayer. True faith must come from the truth.
It is so dull when there's nothing doing.
Nice place for a picnic. Sweeping, laundry.
What teachings might salve the people's woes?
Wickedness has no hold upon a tranquil mind.
Now this is a conundrum.
How dare you?
How do I wind up here anyhow?
A moment's prayer can do a world of good.
I've spent enough gold to spend as tears.
What teachings might salve the people's woes?
You're back! Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like records of treatment. Johann and Bruno. I know these two. They left here not long ago, fit as a pair. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am to ask more of you, perhaps you would speak to them in my stead?
The pursuit of betterment is an endless journey.
I'll claw out his eyes.
Heading home.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
What might you need?
Is it true? You're the only... I seem to recall someone else spoke. Just be sure you play your part well, whatever the truth. The fellow Drake or two, and I reckon you'll earn the people's faith. Good luck to you.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care... I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place, dark and shadowy, filled with the moaning of the sick. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled. I'm sure I was moaning too.
Elena. Ah, yes. The abbess of the Gracious. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's something off about her. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. And once, I saw her, the abbess, meeting with a strange man. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. And he gave her something small. You'd think 'twere medicine. But I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had the look of a scoundrel about him. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
I sleep on my
I want to go home. Is there anything to do round here?
Got to crack a few skulls if you want to be
Grand way to wind up a cadaver.
Stop complaining. I'll have a nice supper.
Quietude is a blessing. I can't stomach places like this.
It's past time I attended to the day's work.
Puts me at ease. I swear I've not blinked once in the last
Well,
hour.
I'd best get to work.
I shall gladly aid you if 'tis within my power. An unsettled mind
I've been on my
legs are as lead.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we? Here's your special medicine.
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
Can't wait for the new equipment to come. Mayhap I really would have been better off a baker.
Always sets me to think. All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
This. I'm in no hurry to.
All this patrolling
Can't remember the last time I took this jingle.
Maybe I'll keep right here.
Is there aught I can help you with, sir? Oh, if you're looking for Lubomir, his condition deteriorated to the point that he had to be. He's not allowed visitors, I'm afraid, not even family. Even we're not allowed to go see him. No need to worry, though. The Abbess is tending to him
My prayers will surely be rewarded
Oh,
wickedness, no.
Might I beg but a moment of your time? I fear I've much to attend to.
Wickedness has no hold upon a tranquil mind.
It's so dull when there's nothing doing.
I ain't gonna make any coin here.
Every day of peace is a boon from the heavens. Pray, keep your...
Nice, juicy beast steak.
Minute now.
I've just about had my fill of this ruckus.
Time to be heading home.
The road's at your leisure.
I've got nothing for ye.
Fancy a look at my wares?
This really is fine craftsmanship. This part's a little different as well. Oh, I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind, curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions myself, and even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing. No matter how they fascinate me, 'tisn't to be.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Welcome.
Oh, Good evening, sir. I trust you fare... It all right on the roads, despite the hour? Much obliged.
Fancy a look at my wares?
These foreign bows do so intrigue me. You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect. Such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that, why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply would not... The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I had been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seemed to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demonstration? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold, but this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now, I shall bid you farewell.
Fancy a look at my wares?
No shame in letting down your hair. Injuries are lovely, but you must hair on before the day's done. There's no time up there for saucy ready for rides.
Welcome.
Love waking up.
The sky always puts me in a contemplative mood.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I?
You have my fullest confidence. Our investigation was sparked by uncertain routes. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? The permit is intended for a bistro. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve.
Fine wet.
You best watch yourself.
Who are you supposed to be?
What's to be done about this?
It's a shame.
I'm not sure what's best.
Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
Mayhap I ought to ask around. You don't need to just hide in the back of an ox cart, I mind. You've got to avoid, but it's easy enough. I should know.
Wonder how long this job's supposed to last.
So dull when there's nothing doing.
You want something?
Just remember, I've somewhere to go on. Take it.
troubles. Fester in the people's hearts.
Wickedness has no hold.
Why, pray, keep your voice.
Is there aught I can help you with, sir? Oh, if you're looking for Lubomir, he's not allowed visitors, I'm afraid. Not even... No need to worry, though. The abbess is tending...
I would fain ease their burdens, help.
A moment's prayer can do a world of good.
I'm so very tired.
Who's that, sir?
Is there aught I can help you with? Oh, if you're looking for Lubomir, his condition deteriorated. He's not allowed visitors, I'm afraid. Not even family. Even we're not allowed to go see him. No need to worry, though. The abbess is tending to him personally. She'll nurse him back to full health.
Only through prayer can I further my vision.
Seems my humming would be welcome.
adventure?
If I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go away.
I've just... remembered. I've somewhere to be.
Any loose coin about? Enough to make me rich?
I want to go home.
I wonder what rumours the morrow has in store.
Oh!